Hi guys, Mike here. Hope all of you are doing well. So Tesla buys $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. Let's talk about this. If you haven't heard of me, my name is Michael Hernick. I have a Facebook and a YouTube channel called The Financial Mechanic. I would love to hear from you. If you can subscribe, click like, share my content. Would love to get your feedback. And so let's jump right in. What do you guys think? Tesla buys $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Let's talk about it. So Tesla earlier this week announced that they bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. How did this all come to fruition? So for those of you that follow Tesla and Elon Musk, you would see that Elon has sort of been kind of teasing this whole idea of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies through his Twitter feed and through his social media. So on Twitter, he had posted a couple things about Bitcoin weeks before this happened. Earlier this week, we found out that Tesla did actually change their filing requirements. I believe it was at the SEC, which is the organization in the US that sort of regulates publicly traded companies. And Tesla did this to sort of give them the ability to kind of diversify their assets into digital assets. So this is kind of the legal requirements for them to actually be able to do this. Basically what happened was Tesla bought $1.5 billion. It wasn't very clear if they did this all at once or in tranches, but basically Bitcoin's price went up fairly significantly after hearing this news. Went about 48,000 US, then it kind of pulled back to 44,000 US per Bitcoin, and now we're kind of in the middle there, so we're kind of bouncing back and forth. So I guess the big thing to talk about is, what do you guys think? So I'll kind of share my thoughts on this. So the big thing to remember with something like this, where you have a public figure like Elon Musk and a very well-recognized company like Tesla. So when you buy a share in a company, you are technically a part owner of that business. This is what we call shareholders, okay? So the thing you have to think about is, one of the main mandates of a business is that it generates profits and it returns capital and money back to the shareholders, which is why you, the investor, will buy a share in a company because you hope that they'll be profitable and that at some point you'll get a return on your money. So if you're a shareholder of Tesla, what do you think, what would be going through your mind when you wake up Monday morning and see that Tesla bought 1.5 billion of Bitcoin? Two things. I try to give you guys the unbiased opinion of this, but so let's say you're a shareholder of Tesla and you like Bitcoin, so maybe you'd be happy, right? So maybe you would sort of buy more Tesla shares and you'd be sort of happy on this news. But on the other hand, what if you're a big institutional investor and you have no interest in Bitcoin, or maybe your institution is not able to purchase Bitcoin for the requirements? Maybe you're not able to invest in Bitcoin for whatever reason. Maybe now you're sort of, any investor in Tesla now has indirect exposure to Bitcoin. And I think this is something that some of the news articles are talking about, but I think this is a big point that all your index funds and all of your institutions that sort of need to buy Tesla because they're part of the index or the portfolio, directly or indirectly now have exposure to Bitcoin. So I'll let you guys think about whether that's good or not. I think it depends on the shareholder, the owner. Do you feel like it's a good idea or not? I'll tell you what the markets feel like, and sort of some of the evidence seen here is that once this news came out, Tesla's share price has actually fallen 5-6% this week. Is that because there's been pullbacks in Bitcoin? Maybe. Now maybe investors are seeing Tesla like a more of a Bitcoin company, sort of like MicroStrategies and less so like a car business, right? So that could be one sign that shareholders and investors weren't too happy about this. But on the other hand, Tesla's had a lot of significant movement upwards, and a little bit of a pullback on the downside is normal. So maybe this isn't really anything out of the ordinary. I guess I'll leave this with you guys before, I want to hear from you and let me know in comments, or, let me know what you think. Do you think Tesla buying 1.5 billion in Bitcoin is good? Is it bad? Does it legitimize Bitcoin now? What do you guys think? The thing I want to leave you with is, this is personally, you have to think about Tesla as a business. Tesla as a business is a car manufacturer and distributor. They're not really a Bitcoin company or digital asset holding company. Now you can say that, yeah, Bitcoin's like cash and that's an asset so they can hold it. Yeah, for sure. But if you're in the business of car manufacturing and distribution, do you have any place in basically putting money and shareholders' money, investors' money into Bitcoin? And how do shareholders and investors feel about that? So that's what I think, the big question mark is. And I don't really know what the answer to that is. I think it'll be interesting to see how all of this unfolds, but certainly this is big news. It brings a little bit of credibility and legitimacy to the Bitcoin industry. And certainly I think this is good news for those of you that are interested in Bitcoin and the thesis that it offers. Let me know what you guys think. Is it a good idea, bad idea? Throw it down in comments. Let me know. I really would love to hear from you guys. If you guys like this video, please like, subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend. Stay warm and stay safe. Take care.